Let me see. It's saying orientation is locked. Let's see. Does that stop it? I'm trying to set myself up and get you guys set up in the camera over here. I know that I don't understand. I guess it wants me to be this way, but I want to be this way. How do I get it to stop telling me to turn the video? I'm cleaning the room anyway. That's what I'm here to do. Let's see if I can get this in here. In here. Right there. And will it stay? It will not stay. But you see all that mess over there? That's what I got to work on. And I have an unboxing to do back here behind me. So if you're here and you're watching and I'm making you seasick, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get that on here. Oh, and it's not. My goodness. I'll get it, I promise. This phone holder thing is quite... Oh no. Go back. What happened? Did I do it? Did it fix it? I think so. Okay. And stay, please, stay. Okay, let's see. Hello, everyone. Hello. I see you all coming in. I'm going to try and clean this up as soon as I can get my phone to stay in there. It's in there. Now, we're going to make this come down a little lower without messing with the phone itself. I should have did all this ahead of time, but because I am not thinking, so that's all there is to it. So I have this one, and I have Moses on the tablet, but he's listening in on YouTube on his end, and if he has anything to say to you guys, he'll unmute his side and say hello or whatever you guys want to talk about. I am going to also get my my YouTube video up on here so that I can see the comments coming in. I would like to talk to you guys anyway. So, how do I go? How do I go to my video? I hope everybody can hear me from back here. I have not spoken out loud very loudly for almost a month, and I'm trying to get my inside voice back up to a normal inside voice rather than a whisper. But yeah, this is my if I can find this. Moses, I don't know if you can hear him. Were you able to hear yourself, love?
Wow, yeah, it came through quite well.
Excellent. All right, and I'm going to keep the video paused on my end just so that I can see the chats because they'll still flow in. I don't want to hear myself talking. How do I get the chats to come up? This is such a slow tablet. All right, so anyway, it is a mess in here. I've got 2 boxes to unbox over here, and then I've got an entire room to clean. And we're going to just get all the unnecessaries out of the way. To those of you who know me, thank you for supporting me through this entire time. You all know that I've been struggling with depression and everything. And I am... Oh, there's the chat. Excellent. That's top messages. How do I get all messages? Filter all messages. There we go. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, yes, I have been struggling with depression severely, so much so that I spent an entire month with Moses and maybe showered 2 or 3 times. That's it. And I've been home. I've showered more often. I've been home for a week and I probably showered 3 or 4 times, but we're not shaving yet. So I don't care in the comments. Say what you will. They're my pits. Okay? Now on to it. So I don't want to hear nothing but, if I'm over here reaching for yarn, oh, she's got hairy pits. I don't care. I don't care. They're my pits. Okay. So I want to take a look at the chat and see who's in here, but I also, before I do all that, there we go, Missy. Thank you. It's beautiful. I love it. This is probably my favorite one. I absolutely love it. And the top, the white, the white with this kind on that is awesome. Can't wait for summer again next year so I can wear it. Okay. I should probably set up the other light. Maybe not. You guys see me well enough and all my mess, so whatever. Okay, check this out. I ordered Mary Maxim, and this was last month sometime, and I got excited because Christmas is coming. I love Christmas, and I am going to do a tutorial for it. It is super simple, super easy. My mom is the one who taught us who taught me to crochet, and in doing so, she also taught me how to make our Christmas stockings. We didn't afford Christmas stockings. My mom was not stitch knowledge talented, if that makes sense. She only knew like the single, the half double, the double. That's it. And she knew how to do grannies and back and forth. She knew how to, she later on, I found out that she knew how to do ponchos too, but that's pretty much it. Like she thinks I'm super duper talented just because I have made a couple of things outside of what she taught me. So, I'm like, Mom, tutorials, somebody else made that, not me, but I've learned more stitches outside of those stitches. But anyway, the Christmas is coming. And the Christmas stockings are a tradition in my family, and I'm going to teach it to you guys probably in October, end of October maybe. That way you have plenty of time to make your whole family stockings. They're simple, they're small, they're not small, but they're simple, they're easy, they're a short project. It'll take you an hour, maybe 2 hours to make one stocking, and that's it. Like, so I got my colors. Then, I don't know, maybe I should take them out, because some of you have not ordered from Mary Maxim, I'm sure, or maybe somebody stumbling on my channel later. Okay, I'm going to check the messages. Howdy, hello. So happy to see you. I'm so glad you guys are all popping in here. Nice to see you too, Deborah. Missy, hello, love you. Megan, hello. Missy, love the hip wrap. Yeah, Missy, it came from you.
You got a bunch of night owls, babe.
Bunch of night owls. Okay. Let's see. Deborah, Missy. I love to crochet. Tank, hello. Hey, how are you? Thank you. Like, it's you guys. Like, you're my crew. I know you guys are my crew, and quite a few others that I don't see names on here for. You've in total 35 of you's reached out through email, through text messages, through phone calls, with words of encouragement, and understanding that all I could do was look at it at the time. I couldn't even respond. Mimi, I just started responding to you. It's just like some of you I'm able to, with a little bit of a hello or, whatever. And, it's been rough. It's been very rough. And with my pain, like you see me keep doing this, I just noticed it. I have chronic pain. I'm always in pain. I just came home from the hospital a few hours ago because of pain. So I'm in here now trying to forget about that. But so those are the colors that I picked. So we're going to go ahead and get into the details of what they are. And I'll probably use every last one of these on the stockings for everyone in the house, because I've got both my daughters home. My one daughter has a spouse, so they're here. They just came from the UK. And then I have my sister and my brother who live here as well, my sister-in-law and my brother, him and his wife, me, and my husband Moses when he's home. So, there's a good amount of us. So there's Autumn, Cassandra, Lou, Jackie, Will, me, Mo, So these are the Starlit Sparkle from Mary Maxim. Pull one of each color out of this bag, and they sparkle.
I don't live there.
Love, you only live here three days every now and again. He comes to visit. I get to live here now. He'll get to live here soon though. We got plans. So this is the Mary Maxim Starlit Sparkle, and I can see just how much that sparkle shows up on the camera. It does sparkle like that, what you're seeing. And the color is just more like this color. More that tone rather than that. That's a little brighter. And the color on this one is called Emerald. With these you get, it's a number 4, 196 yards or 180 meters, 98% acrylic or 2% polyester. There's 100 grams or 3.5 ounces in that. And I'm sure all of the specs are the same because they are all the same yarn. I don't like when my yarn comes with a whole bunch of it sticking out of it because it makes me wonder if somebody used some and then returned it. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, all the specs are the same, 196 yards. This color is Topaz, and that's a beautiful golden color with all that beautiful gold sparkle in there. And then I also have it, let's see, Megan, I'm so grateful you shared your journey. I'm still struggling with the energy to shower. Thank you. Megan, the struggle is real. I mean, it is real. When a week and a half can go by and you're smelling yourself and you just don't care. You're just like, ugh, I stink. More reasons to hate myself, and you just roll over. The struggle is real. I get it, People don't understand why you don't just get up and shower. You don't have the energy. You just don't have, it's just not there. The desire's not there. The energy's not there. None of it. It's just gone. It leaves you. Glad you're here. You as well. There's no emoji is fine. I just want you to know I'm thinking of you. Thank you, Deborah. And Kim, yes. 8 smiley lady, thank you too. Hello. Hi guys coming in. So this one, does this glitter show up? It looks like it's showing up. Okay, maybe if I turn hopefully I don't knock my phone out of this because it took so long. Turn my brightness up on that so I can see whether or not. There we go. Sparkle. There we go. So the red one is called Ruby, and the white one is called White Sparkle. So I've got the green, the red, the white, and the gold. And you'll notice that I did only get a little bit of the gold, and that's for a reason. Mostly red, white, and green. All for a reason. Let's see. And DL, thank you so much. As someone who has been through depression and chronic pain, I want you to know I'm so damn proud of you. Healing is a journey. Just remember that every day is a step closer to the life you want. Oh, I hope so. Like, it is so tough. It is so tough. Like, I just started therapy. I had, my first session was just demographics. Who all lives here? Do I have a support system? This and that. And, a little bit of medical history and family history. So that was that. That was my first session. And my actual first session where I get to talk about things, it just kind of opened my eyes, like just how bad it really was, When you tell your story, you tell it to somebody who's lived through it, like your sister, she was there with you. And I told my story to my sister, and even though she was there for the event, she doesn't remember it. So I talked with my therapist about that, and she said that basically it was so traumatic that my sister had to forget to survive, and I locked it away inside of me. So I remember everything. She doesn't remember any of it. And so therefore we are two totally different people living two totally different lives with two totally different memories of what kind of childhood we actually had. So it's interesting, that's for sure. You know? Is that all? Okay, that's all I got so far, so I'll go ahead and keep moving on. All right. So then okay. My daughter loves red. My daughter Autumn, she loves red. My mother-in-law loves burgundy and gold. And my thoughts are, if I buy enough of the yarn, then I can make one for my daughter and one for my mother-in-law, both similar in taste or style, but different in color. So I can't tell because I've been staring at the light for too long. So I don't know what color these are. Oh, Dawn, hello, how are you? Let me see. Oh, that beautiful lady, so happy to see you. Dawn, I hope that everything is going well for you. I know you lost family too, and I'm so sorry that happened. I hope you were able to make it back home and everything. I've been in a funk, severe depression and all, so I haven't reached out, but I know that you had that happen a while ago, and I wanted to reach out, but depression sucks and you stop talking to people. So yeah, I got a bunch of this anti-pilling. I'm gonna make my mother-in-law and my daughter each a sweater. So this is Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling DK. There's 273 yards or 250 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It's 100% anti-pilling acrylic, 3-weight, and the color is really red. Very fitting because that's really red. You want to see it out of the plastic? We can open it. I'll open it. I know you guys like to see. I like to see it out of the plastic too. And then I could just throw it right back in the box. Check this out. Let's see. It's more like that color. Very pretty.
Well, this is interesting. I don't think I've ever actually been on this side of the camera.
Can you guys hear Moses? You said what? It looks familiar?
Can you guys hear Moses?
Let's see. My mother didn't remember some of the crap that I remember.
You know, like we were doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. Missy says yes. Hello, Dr. Mo. So that's the red that I'm going to use now. My daughter's is going to be primarily brighter reds, and my mother-in-law is going to be primarily the chocolates, and the burgundies, because those are her colors. So we're going to go in order, the colors as they get darker, I think. There we go. Yes. So this has the same one as those two, and instead of opening up 2 packages, I'll open up one. It's got 2 different colors in it. All right. So maybe if I move you a little closer to the camera, they'll be able to hear you a little better. Oh, I just unplugged it. There I go messing with stuff, you know. Pam's Crafty Heart. Hello, Pam. How are you? Dawn, thank you so much. Smash the thumbs, guys. Smash the thumbs. I appreciate it. Let me get this plugged back in. Can't have these unplugged. All right, so where did I just... That's not it. This is it. This is it. This is the next color in line. with those reds getting a little bit darker. So this would still be mostly my daughter's shirt, a little bit for my mother-in-law, just a small amount. This one is called Cherry, and it's got all the same specs. And I'm going to say that this one's color is more like this. There you go. And then the other color that's in here is this one, which is called Sangria. So that'll be where my mother-in-law's starts to actually get like bulk of color rather than just a small amount to kind of give it some brightness. It'll get bulk of color starting there. And then this is that same color, right? Yes. So she'll get, you know, a good amount into this darker color. And this one is called Garnet. Garnet. So that's that one. And then the last color, which will be on the lower portion of the sweater, you know. And she likes hers a little bit on the longer side, so I'll make sure it's a little bit down there.
That Barnett came in nice.
Yeah, did it show up nice? Awesome. And then one of her other colors that she loves is brown, so really pretty brown. So I got this brown because it has burgundy hues to it, and it's called Boysenberry. And this is more like this color. Yeah, like that. I think she's really going to love these colors. What do you think, love? Mom's colors? Let's see. Please don't forget, smash those love thumbs. Hi, Pam, sweetheart, down, and a little crack. Oh, the little crown.
I have a massive delay, but she's gonna love them.
Yeah, there is a massive delay. The crown in the upper hand, that's tournaments now. Like they have this thing where you get experience points and stuff. So let's see if I can get it to show. Missy's the winner so far. So that's pretty much it. Just shows like every time you comment, you throw hearts, you throw the yeah. Yep. Love. I hear me. Thank you. Oh shoot. Okay, where is it? I'm out of my chat here. Give me 1 second. I'll give myself a thumbs up too. Did you guys remember to give me a thumbs up? I just gave myself one so I could read the chat here. Love it. It's so rich. Hope you're feeling hopeful as well. MDL, thank you so much. Purdy yarn. Not that. The live chat. I need all messages. Okay, there we go. Let me put that back. Now I got one more order over here before I start putting stuff away. And and then I'll probably start telling you stories as I'm putting stuff away because my nephew was here. My nephew's 3. And I gave his mama and my sister-in-law permission to bring him in here so that he can kind of because the kids love this room. They love it. They love it. They love it. I got stuffies everywhere. I've got, you know, little one-hat wonders all over the place. Well, they were all over the place. Story. Okay, so now Hirschner's had these on sale. Now they're usually these antiquities are usually the same price as the worsted 8s. They're all worsted 8, you know, so they're like $5 a ball, you know, pretty much, give or take a few pennies this way or that way. They're about $5, which is a darn good price. They had just 2 colors. Might as well get the other color instead of 2 red ones. They had 2 colors, and these 2 colors were on clearance for $3. $3? That's less than a penny a yard. That's like super duper cheap. That's excellent. So I bought 6 of each color. And while I was on there, you know, if you spend a certain amount, you get free shipping. And these were only $1. Well, I can't pass up decent cotton that's only $1. So I bought 10. So these ones are called Garn Royal Cotton 8-4. It's 100% bone mood. I guess that's a different language for saying cotton. 170 meters per one of these. So there's 10 of them. Doesn't say what the yardage is, but there's 10 of those. That's my unboxing. And then I've got tons of stuff. Oh, love, guess what I found? I think I forgot to leave the garland up there with the lights. I found the garland. Hey, Cassandra, I'm live. Would you like to say hello to YouTube? No. My daughter Cassandra is quite shy, so you want to stick your fingers in front and wave? Here we go. Okay, what's up? You have a question? Could you send it to me in Messenger?
Just do what you do for us tonight. Put your nostrils on the screen.
Put your nostrils on the screen. You wanna put your nostrils
No.
on the screen? Okay, hold on, guys. Well, love, talk to them a second. They can hear you. She has a question.
Cassandra usually just kind of gives us her eyebrows. So we don't get to see her full face. So when she says that she's shy, I guess it applies to us too. I don't know. Started trying to copy it. Like, maybe if I just put my eyebrows there, you know, we should connect more. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Long time no see, no hear. Yeah, thank you guys for reaching out to Marie. Really needed it. It was quite timely, I should say.
It's on my white nightstand.
Yeah, she's back.
Okay.
She's home and started to go through the healing process. And it's long overdue. Yeah. I continue to want to say hello to you guys in my YouTube videos, but I forget to do it. Like, I'm always chattering and I don't know how to end my videos. So I kind of end them off with like, goodbye. Sorry, you're back, babe. I see you.
No, I'm back. Hi, Karen. I see you came in. Everybody's saying hello to you in the chat, love, and everybody just said hello to Cassandra. Missy said she just watched your video, Dr. Mo. Okay. I don't know if you were all able to hear him. I only heard some of what he said because I was out there, but hopefully you all heard that and you were entertained. Okay. So, my nephew, he's still my nephew, my great nephew, it's my niece's son, was over, and he absolutely loved this room, so much so that he went and gathered almost every single one of my One Hat Wonders and was playing with them, along with a few other toys, some loopy yarn. My niece said, "What do I do with all the yarn?" I said, "Just stick it on the table, you know, and it'll be fine." She's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's not that big a deal. I told you to take him in there because it's fun. He'd love it. I can't wait to see him go in there myself." So I'm going to put these in this basket for now. A sticker. I'm not sure who sent it, but thank you. It says, "Enjoy the little things." I think this rack might end up with stickers all over it. You know that? It just might. Now, this is not beer. This is coconut water, so in case you don't know, coconut water. Okay. Ugh. What is in this box? Oh, the yarn that I just opened. This is, okay, so this is the Christmas yarn. So I am in need of a bag for Christmas yarn. And this, let me get out of the way. This is the side that you guys don't see. It's a wreck in here. This side is where my bags should be. But I don't know if they're in the same spot anymore. Yep. Okay, I got one. Back over here. Hope I'm not getting anybody dizzy. Is that the center? That's about the center. There we go. Oh, I got the rack. I got this rack at Big Lots. They were closing. They were going out of business, and they're not far from me. And we had a pickup truck, and we went in there for a few items to see what they got. You know, like, oh, what do they got? And they had one of these candy racks here. Excuse me. And I was just like, these yarns are too pretty to not have on display. So on display they are. And as I've been getting them, I just kind of been putting them up here. I'll go through and I'll rearrange because I want these ones up top. Like, these are so pretty. And this one down here for Mama G. Ganny Joe gave me these ones here. I mean, I want to, these ones don't belong up top. They're not that pretty. They're just from Hirschner's. The rest of the stuff, I gotta reconfigure, you know? So, we got it. Love, what did we spend? $25 on that? I think it was 25. I'm gonna get these yarns in here for my mother-in-law.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 25.
He's still delayed in responding to you.
It's only about 3 or 4 seconds. It's not that big a deal. All right, and then my daughter's will be the brighter red to the darker red.
Oh, good. Okay, there's just a slight awkward silence.
Yep, just a few seconds. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do this, that, and that. These are my mother-in-law's. For hers, did you see the garland? Love? Okay, let's see. Karen said my room looks like hers. Diana D, it's very nice to see you too.
Yeah, I saw it. They're kind of far back, like you were standing on the other side of the room. But I saw it.
Oh, okay, here. That's for our lights. And I found all the stuff for Black Friday, love. Because I'll be on the truck with you. Yeah, I got this whole bag full of little ornaments and stuff.
Black Friday.
Yep. So I hope you guys will tune in again on Black Friday with us when we do our Black Friday tradition. We make Christmas ornaments and watch It's a Wonderful Life. So if you don't have the movie, maybe find it if you plan on tuning in. That way you can put it on and watch it while you're watching us. Okay, put that there. What's in this? Got some Amazon stuffs. Oh, my daughter's cat, Brownie. He's my grand cat.
We'll be on the truck again this year, but later it's not gonna be on the truck.
What happened?
Talking about the Black Friday tradition and stuff, you know, it's gonna be on the truck this year, but later I don't think we're gonna be on the truck.
Yeah, no.
Again.
Yeah, this year will probably be either the last year or second to last year that we'll be on the truck for Black Friday. Hopefully, that's the goal. That's the goal. But yeah, he's got all his backup toys. So he's got his little feather thingy, a whole box full of toys, one of his little balls. He loves these catnip fishes. And we bought a couple of these toys that go on the stick because he tears them apart. He may not be full-blown kitten anymore, but that boy is a kitten through and through. That's my grand cat. I don't need grandkids. I like grand cats. Plus, you know, my kids are still kids in my eyes, and I would prefer them to wait a little bit longer. My son is approaching the age of where I would say, you know, if you've got your ducks in a row at that age, then probably if you want kids eventually, then you should probably start in that age group soon, but not as young as they are now. I personally think you should wait until you're in your 30s. Get all your ducks in a row, get your stuff together. Don't do what I did, you know. So these have to, oh, let me get another bag. I'm gonna grab another bag for Autumn's shirt.
Alright, babe, I'm stepping out to get some fuel.
Okay.
So I won't hear if you were talking to me. I shall return. I'll
All
let
right.
you know when I get back.
Mute your side for me so we don't hear you stepping in and out. Okay. Okay. So, all right. 8 grandsons, 1 granddaughter, 4 grandkitties. Oh, yeah. I loved grandkitties. Let's see, what else? I'm off to bed. Okay, Deborah, I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you another time. Thank you for stopping in and spending some time with us. I really appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and bag up Autumn's sweater. And then, yeah, see, we get Walmart delivery and they always bring us bags, which I don't complain about because we use them to transport like Moses' stuff back and forth to work, on and off the truck. We use it for my yarn bags, obviously. And so these, and then any extras that I get, I just sit them to the side, and they eventually, the other ones will wear out and we'll just replace them. So I got a bag of them out in the kitchen, in the laundry room actually, and then I've got all the other ones in here. All right, let me grab that other. Actually, I've got space over here. So this wall here, I have these yarns, and they sparkle also. They're the glimmer ones. So I'm going to just put those new yarns that I just got. This is from Cherry Wonders. Adorable, isn't it? Little cute little octopus. So that's from her. And I'll put these yarns. I'll put over here with this other shimmer yarn. Let's see. Off to bed. That was Deborah. Good night, Deborah. Good night. Karen's going to bed too? Or, oh no, that was Deborah that says good night, Karen. Yes, because Jersey did away with plastic bags. Yes, there are no plastic bags in New Jersey. You got to buy them if you want them. Let's see. The stand that I have the Hanks on, I got that at a Big Lots when they were closing. I went in there to see what they had on sale, and I saw that empty with a sign on it, 50% off. I'm like, 50% off of what though? So we went and asked the manager, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, like if you want it, $25. I'm like, heck yeah. And they're like, oh, it's loose and it's wobbly. I'm like, ain't nothing that's a few screws can't fix. The sucker is nice and tight now. So let me see. Kim G, good night. Thank you for stopping in. Danny Joe, hello. How are you? Thank you for popping in here. I've been struggling with sleep. Obviously, I probably would be, you know, first time in many years that I'm sleeping without my husband again. In about 6 years, I should say. So, sleep is probably one of the hardest things for me to do. But I figure instead of sleeping, why don't I just come into the yarn room and do an unboxing and get some cleaning done? Because it's been a while and I have zero motivation for it. But the goal is to get stronger and keep moving and get better. So the only way that I can do that is if I keep moving so that I can get stronger, so that I can get better, you know, rinse and repeat. So, let me see. Fill in the gaps over here. I've got lots of little spaces for lots of pretty yarns. Okay, that one goes there. That's there. And then I put the green up there. And put this gold here. Should be enough space for all this green here. Is this all of it? Did I just order 4? That's plenty though. It'll be plenty. You'll see. These are pretty simple. I should be able to make 7 stockings with this yarn. Probably one of the most fun. Oh, and wait, I'm going to show you guys how to do the candy dishes too. That's another family tradition of ours. The candy dishes have a story, so I'll tell that story when I'm getting ready to make those. But it's a lovely story. All right, that's that. Who's saying what? Good night, good night. It's awesome. Hello. Good night. Hello. You look great. Thank you. Yarn at the very top right. Up here. Over there. What color is it? Tank's Big Lots reopened. I wish we would get another Big Lots. They've got good stuff there. Diana D, thank you. Yeah, the smile is one of those things where I forgot how to fake it for a while there, so I couldn't show my face here, type of thing. I'm able to smile more willingly now, you know, like I have a reason, so to speak, even though I don't really feel much better. I could tell that something's changing. So, you know, like, I even caught myself laughing earlier. That's an improvement. But, yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. We always do. So, loud noises as I tear apart this box and turn it into cardboard recycling. If it makes loud noises, I'm not sure if it will or not. Yes, I know I have a box cutter. It's up here. It is. And yes, I just used a fabric cutter as a box cutter. Leave it to me, right? Okay. Now, for these ones, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with them yet because the colors are, you know, they're probably down on this shelf. Let me see if I can turn this way. All in this area, I have similar yarns. You can't see them because they're kind of like tucked. They're right here. So I might put it there. But then I have all this space over here too, so I might put it there. Oh. What else? All right. I know, I'm all over the place. Let's see. Foot got caught in my yarn and I didn't know it. Ended up walking out the door and getting in my son's car and unraveling the entire baby sweater. Oh no! I have about 20 minutes and Karma will be up for a bottle. So if I go quiet, I'll be back. Okay, that's fine. Take your time. Do what you need to do. I promise I'm not holding any of you hostage. Yes, I am. I mean, don't listen to that. She's nuts. Okay. So I've got these yarns that I'm going to be learning how to dye with. And I've got a few more in cotton as well right here that I'm going to learn how to dye. I know like both fibers take like different types of or not types of dye, but like absorb different amounts of the dye, like something like that. It might be harder or easier depending on which fiber and how well it opens up. So I'll keep that in consideration as I'm dyeing it, because that'll be quite interesting. Let's see. It's a bear. Yep. So start it all over. She's not allowed. Forgive my old brain and eyes. Karen, that sucks. I'm not sure what the bear was. Not sure if I missed something. Anyway, so this shelf is full. This shelf needs work. So I guess that's what I'll do. I still have all that yarn in that box too. Missy! Missy! I know what you said. No, yes, no?
I'm using my superpower again. I picked the wrong line. Of course, the pump doesn't work.
The pump's not working? Okay. Right, Missy? Is that close to the color? Or is it more like that one there? I can't help but to think of you every time I see these colors now, you know? And I buy them because I think of you. Would you be mad if I made you something since you don't want the yarn? Would that be okay? I know you said you don't have no room for yarn, but you didn't say you didn't have no room for gifts. I don't know. This is Willow Yarn's Daily Yarn. It's a worsted weight, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 218 yards or 200 meters. The color on this one is aquamarine. And oh, it's taped. Okay, good. I was going to say I don't want to open it, but I'm going to. There we go. I bought this at the actual Hirschner's store, at Hirschner's. It was awesome. But it's a nice, you know, feels nice. Let's see, what are the materials? Superwash wool. So, it's squishy. I think it's kind of soft. Yeah, aquamarine. That's what it's called. I like it. It's very pretty. I think. I know you're a fluffy girl. So, okay, so then I have permission to make it. Excellent. I need a project bag. All right. Yay. This is coming to the room. I'll put that on the door. Alrighty. Now, I'm fluffy as well. I used to be fluffy. I was, okay, so I was, from the weight I'm at right now, is 93 pounds heavier than I am right now. Hard to believe, I know, but I was. And, between, changing everything that I ate into better versions of what I liked eating, and learning how to walk again. I was bedridden, so I started walking again, then I started jogging, then I started running, then I started calisthenics, and you know, the weight just kind of like fell off at that point. And then, it was between all of that and the gastroparesis. Because at the end, at the very end of losing 100 pounds, because I had lost a full 100 at one point, and at the end of doing that, I think it was 35 pounds melted off of me in 2 weeks, and I ended up in the hospital, and it's because I have gastroparesis. So it just kind of like, I was doing everything the right way to get down in the beginning, and then the last 35 pounds got taken away from me. So good night, Megan. It's nice to see you too. Definitely try and get some sleep. Your hubby comes home tomorrow. Well, love on him and love on him and love on him. Moses comes back he comes to New Jersey, not back. He comes to New Jersey to deliver a load on Tuesday. So I'm going to meet with him and we're going to have some snuggle butt time. So that's my plans for Tuesday. And I'm grateful for it because I know that my expectation is to not see him for 3 weeks. But him having a load coming directly into New Jersey means that I will get to see him on Tuesday, which means that our 3-week separation is now split in half because we'll have a few hours. Maybe a few hours. We may have an hour, we may have a few hours. Either way, I get to touch him, smell him, get a brand new smelly shirt because babe, you owe me one. You owe me one. I get a smelly shirt. Because I want to smell them. I miss them, My shirt that I took from him last time wasn't smelly enough, so I don't smell his smells in it anymore. And I don't want just his cologne. I want his body odor, his pheromones. That's what I want. So this is a Dory Abel. I love these little tiny yarns just because they're so cute. But I started messing with a design to try and crochet, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to take a look at what I did to see what I did so that I can continue on or start over. But it looks pretty simple. Oh, that looks simple. Looks like shell stitches. That's all. With a border on it. Pretty simple, huh? You guys can make something like that. This is a bottom up, you go from the bottom to the top. All right, I'm gonna move the project bag to the project area. These are my scraps. My One Hat Wonder scraps and my my wool superwash merino from the yarn art cakes. That's those. And then these are the cottons. These two little ones, those are the cottons from the yarn art. So right? It does, Megan. It makes it so much better. Just a hug. Let's see. It's so wonderful. I know you miss him. And hey, quickie or slowy love is love. And I'm glad you get to see him. Nice to have such a wonderful thing to look forward to. Yes, indeed. Let me tell you, when he told me he's coming back to New Jersey, I was like, where? I am coming to meet you. I will drive up there. I don't care. What is it about a smelly shirt? I made my man leave me a shirt he had been wearing all day. It's on a pillow that I sleep with. I use Moses' shirt as a pillowcase. That way I'm sniffing him all night long. And it's the pheromones. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's the pheromones. You're not smelling him so that you could still smell his stink. You're sniffing that shirt because there's pheromones in there. And those pheromones make you love on him even more and miss him even more. And, for me, it helps with some of the nightmares. It's nice to have that scent there. So these go in my box. Now this box, you all have one of these, right? It's all your scrap ends. That's what I've got going on. So that's this one. I just shipped a big amount of them out to somebody already, but these are another set of them for like people, like if you know, look, if you know somebody who wants like boxes of my yarn scraps, as we would call them, yarn scraps, even though like if you look at some of my yarn scraps, it's like a half a ball of yarn. So, and I keep the yarn that has similar yarn with similar yarn in there so that, maybe they'll collect all together and we'll get a bunch of similar yarn. But there's like Caron cakes in here. I know it doesn't look super duper neat, but it kind of is. It's not bald, but I took the cake and I folded it in half and then I wrapped the ends around it so that it wouldn't come undone. So if you unravel this part here, this little section, this pops open into the actual what's left of the cake. So if you or somebody that you know would like a box of my ends, shoot me an email, because I don't just as the last person I shipped a box of them out to found out, I don't just ship like just those. I ship like say I started a project and I got maybe a quarter of the way done. Maybe it's a baby blanket and now it's this big. But the stitch that I used, I can't remember how to do. I don't know what made me start it. I can't figure out how to get the stitch to continue. Or maybe I completely lost interest in it because I already made 10 of them. So, or maybe I lost the hook. That's what those bags are over there. All these project bags that I have in this area, a lot of them, and like that's all yarn right there. Some of these boxes are just yarn, but some of them have project yarn in them, and some of them I haven't been able to figure out what I was doing in there and what I was making. So you would not only get the roll that project is being worked out of, but the other rolls that I was going to use to finish the project. So you would get the whole thing. I'm not sure, how many people would be interested in that or not, but email me, marsofalltrades@gmail.com. And if you can't remember it, it's on my page on the About section, in the About section. Let's see. Yes, I know, Missy, that is your favorite shade of blue. Floof and fluff is all good. Darn skippy it is. Let's see. So sweet. I know you miss them. Okay, I read that part. Dated a guy one time, and his shirt smelled of body odor. Ugh, did not want his shirt. It's a different smell. It's not stinky. It's just their smell. I don't know. Like, I don't want the shirt that Moses was working out in. I want the shirt that he's been walking around in. The one that he's been sitting down and driving in and going in and out of the building in and laying down in bed to take a nap in, waking up. He's still got it on and he's out of the truck again and back in the driver's seat again. Those movements and everything. Rubbing his pheromones all over it. That's what I want. I want that shirt. So, okay.
Talking about my workout shirts.
I'm not talking about your workout shirts. I'm saying that I want your other shirt.
All right.
I think I might know someone. He's making scarves for the homeless. Yes, Karen, let me know. Eat, smiley lady. I do have a box like that in my chair. Yeah, I think everybody's got the boxes like this where you got your scrap yarns and stuff. But oop, don't drop it. Don't drop it. Get that back up. Get back up. I don't know what is up with this tablet. It moves so slow. I'm not sure what the yarn abuse was about. I can't see it, but Missy, no committing yarn abuse. No committing yarn abuse. I committed it enough for all of us. I spent the last month ignoring my yarn. That's yarn abuse. And I'll tell you, I wasn't sure if Moses was more worried about me or the yarn I was neglecting. He was about to call yarn abuse on me in the hotline, you know. Get all my yarn taken away because I'm not treating it right. I play yarn chicken too much. What's yarn chicken? Oh, when you're running to the end of your roll and you don't know if you're gonna run out or not. I know what that is. Now, seeing me, I try not to do that because I've done that so many times, and I buy yarn that's getting ready to be discontinued so that I can get the best price on it. So I know there's no buying any more of it. And you know, like, yeah, can't tell you how many times. Okay, let's see. Now, I guess. Do you guys want to come closer? Should I pull the camera closer so that you can see what I'm doing over here? Or are you guys fine over there? Like, I don't know how well you can hear me. Yep, and you always run out. Yes, you do. You will always run out. That's why you don't do it. Don't do it. All right, this can go over there.
Yeah, let's go with you right now.
I'm in the store with you?
Don't do it.
Yes, don't do it. So like this, I made a blanket, and I finished the blanket and everything, but I still have almost a whole roll of this puzzle left. Goes in the box, you know. So, all right, let's see. I am looking for, well, not that bag, actually. This is what I was looking for. Stay on track. Here's another one. Well, this is black yarn. See, I'll keep this because I'll use this. But and it's Premier. It's not Joann's. So I'll use this. And I have a bag around here. Oh no, is it? I think. Yep, it's over here. I make a lot of sport blankets. Well, I say a lot. I don't make a lot of them. I make them. And I made a Cubs one. I've done a Giants one. I've done a Cowboys. Well, I've done the Cowboys twice now. I don't know, but I owe a little Eagles blanket to a very little young man, maybe a year old now. So I plan on making that soon too. Pardon me while I take a beverage. It's protein time. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to do the dreaded shelf. And this, I call the dreaded shelf because I'm never happy with the way that it looks. I have to take it down a few times before I'm okay with it. So, I guess we should start with plastic bags. Maybe I have. I love these bags. The Walmart Great Value Glad bags, the flex ones. They smell like peppermint. They smell so nice. All right, and this can go over here. Put that up there for now. Let's see. Is anyone saying anything? Missy, no. Kenny Joe, LOL. Don't have any scraps. Always in and out. Always run out. Here, Moses, tell him I said hi. Gammy Joe says hi, lovin'.
Hey there, Johnny.
Bernice uses scrap yarn to make blankets for people. Karen loves the puzzle yarn. Puzzle yarn is my favorite yarn. Scarfy yarn, puzzle yarn, the ice cream roving yarn. Those are like my favorite yarns. I love them. I'm in love with them. I have love affairs with yarn. My husband's okay with this.
I am. It's fine.
Really liking the coffee shop yarn. Yeah, coffee shop's actually pretty nice. I know I have a couple rolls of that around here somewhere. I do like the coffee shop yarn. Coffee shop yarn. Karen would like to know what that is. I'll see if I can find it. Am I pulling? Is it on this shelf? I think it's in this box over here, actually. Yep. Nope. Okay. I'm out of the coffee shop yarn. I just have some Ferris wheels down there. Missy, did I ship you the coffee shop yarn? Was that where mine went? Did I give that to you? Not sure how to explain. Don't bust the gut looking for it. I can look it up. How many boxes of new yarn are you unpacking? Oh no, no more new yarn. I only unpacked 2 boxes of new yarn, but my yarn is in boxes and everywhere and a mess in this room, Gammy Joe. It is a complete and total mess. And I am in the process of trying to put things where I want them to be so that when I look at my walls, I don't see all this patching over here. I just see all kinds of beautiful colors and I know what I have, you know. Right now, I don't know. I can't say half. I can't say that because more than half the yarn is on the walls. But I got a good third of it in boxes that I know that I've got Ogos over there. I got a whole bunch of them. Let's see who's going to bed. Good night, Tank. Thank you for stopping in, and thank you for messaging me. Yeah, you guys have really helped me get through. I'm so glad that I did post when I did because I was on a spiral. I'll tell you that much. There we go. That goes up there. I don't know how that got down there, but that's where it goes. What do we got in here? Okay. Mary Maxim Twinkle in a project that I have not quite finished. This is a square that I'm trying to design, but it keeps coming up looking a little bit like somebody else's square sometimes. So I'm like, all right, let me undo and redo, undo, redo. It's getting there, so work on that later. Okay, let's get some of these stickers down and my wonderful cards. My adorable stuffs that I've got. My Moses' dragon from Dawn Aaron. And then, let me see. Got my beautiful scrubbies that I got from Sherry. I've got them, and I've got her yarn and stitch marker holder thingy that she made me. That's what that is, the black thing there. I'm not sure how many of you remember her making that for me, but that thing is awesome. What is in this bag? Oh, there's a Sharpie. I could use that. And the rest is baby yarn. That can go over there. All right. This is all the felting stuff that we bought to learn how to felt. And then we forgot the fabric. So I'm going to move this over there. More ends. box is full, so I'll put it there. Alrighty. What else do we have going on? Thank you, Tank. I really appreciate it. And Karen, yep. Thank you, Christine. Missy made the Missy Brigner. She's in the comments. She made this, and she's like a nice and lacy, pretty much, which is what I asked for. Simple, little tassels. Very simple. I like very simple, pretty, if that makes sense. Like, not so simple that it's bland, but so simple that it's so easy to make or so easy to do, and not gaudy. You know, we got a little bit of bling with these beautiful little shiny purple beads. You know, I love it. Perfect. This is my personality right there, right in the hip wrap. Yep, she nailed it. Love it. Okay, so let's get the stuffies down first. We'll leave that Eeyore back there. Put the mini in there. Put these. Hello. Hello. What's up? Huh?
Are you still live?
Yeah, I'm still live.
I need you to be the deal breaker on something.
The deal breaker?
Not deal breaker.
Tiebreaker?
Tiebreaker. Thank you.
Okay.
So Ashley's wedding Friday. I have a green dress and then I have a like black and red dress. Lou said black and red dress. Bree said green dress.
My brain immediately said black and red because of your hair. Green would make you look like a Christmas tree.
That's fair. Because I had pictures. That's fair.
Yeah, I know. I
Even if it was like a dark green.
let's see. Is it a hunter?
It's not the best photos because I didn't put on a bra or anything for them.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I still say black and red.
Okay.
And that black and red one is more figure flattering as well too. Very pretty. I like that.
Black shoes.
Yeah.
Black bag.
Mhm.
Silver jewelry.
Yep, I would go simple silver or
Because I don't wear gold.
yeah, I gotta give you the ring set that I had from Frankie. I think you would like it. It's a burgundy ring with silver, the blackened silver, like that.
Oh, like the oxidized silver.
Yeah,
That's what mine and Lou's rings are.
yeah, very pretty.
Nails. What color should I do my nails?
Are you going to a salon?
Yeah.
Which one?
Can
I suggest the one with the
TT says she had a coupon for her birthday, so I'm assuming the one that she usually goes to, which I think is a quite nice salon.
See if they've got something that can ombre a burgundy into a black glitter like that. Because I know this one can. I've had them do the burgundy, or not burgundy, orange and white glitter ombre for Angel and Jackie's wedding.
Like a French tip, but not quite.
Right. But it kind of ombres rather than solid line.
That's fair. I have this one dress, but Lou ruled it out. It's got red, it's a black dress, and it has red lilies on it.
Oh, that sounds pretty.
Yeah. Maybe another time.
Maybe.
No, go away.
You're not allowed in here, meow.
No. Meow, meow.
Alright, I'm back. I'm getting on the road.
You said you're back?
Yep, I'm back.
Hi,
Getting out
Sally.
there, getting on the road again.
Okay. Yep. Sally says hello, Sally. And Karen says red sparkle for the nails. Yep. I'd say the red or like a because the dress is like a burgundy, um, with a black shimmer overlay. Um, so when you turn and stuff, you'll see areas that are kind of black and other areas that are kind of red. Very pretty. So she's gonna wear that. That's why I said black pumps. And then with the nails, definitely like a burgundy that has the glitter ombre on it with the black. Love, if you could mute your side, it's coming through pretty loud.
My God, yeah. And then
Yep, very pretty. Thank you guys. All right, let's put this one and this one into the box because I do like them and I do want them where I can see them. Get this yarn art. Since I've got two of those, put that down there next to the other one. All right. Put this here.
late night yarn. Late night yarn.
Late night yarn. Late night yarn. Okay. All right. Here we go. Take these off. These are adorable. I absolutely love these. These are the alpaca millins that Hirschner's had a little while back. And they are so soft, so squishy. And I was so worried that mine were going to go moldy because water got inside of mine from the packaging. The packaging was wet. And so my daughter brought them in here. I told her just open up the packages and sit them on a towel. Let them just sit on the towel. So she did that. And then when I got home, I pressed them and pressed the water out. And they don't stink at all. And I just kept pressing them and sitting them on the air to air dry. And the colors are just phenomenal. And they don't stink. I'm happy. That's all I cared about. I was like, please don't be ruined. All right, we'll put these batiks down in this basket here. I have DK color batik. And then I've got butterfly. I guess the butterfly yarn should go in the bag. Well, I'd rather just put the, let's see, I don't know if I got too many more of those, so I could put the butterflies in there. Whole bunch of flowers, yarn art flowers, flowers moonlight. Let me get the stuffy down. And the butterfly yarn. And the batik yarn. So many, so many different types of yarns that I have here. Okay. I think black and red are very classy. I think so too. Love those bright colors. Oh yeah. These are pretty. Like I'm loving these yarn art flowers. I'm glad that I got as many as I did when they were on sale and when I got them from Amazon, because these ones, like, I don't care that there's no label. You know, I've got packages and packages with no label because I like them that much. They're cheap. They're not cheap, like cheaply made, but they're inexpensive. You get a lot of yardage. Each one of these is one shawl. One big shawl, not even a little one. So, got a bunch of them. So, I guess since we're all here together, why don't you guys tell me what's going on in your life in the chat? Let's see. Fed, burp, and back to sleep. Diana D, welcome back. What are you guys working on? What are your projects looking like at this point in time? How are you doing in your personal life? Are you meeting your goals? Are you struggling? Is there anything I can pray for you about? You guys are there for me. The least I could do is pray for you. You know? So, yep. Let me see. Oh, there's another flower. Ooh, another alpaca too. This one. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that purple. I love that. So pretty. Let's see. Wheat stitch pumpkin for 3 stackables. Excellent. You don't want to know about my personal life right now. Oh, Diana D. Shoot me an email. We'll chat, girl. Let me tell you. Love that room. I know you do, Missy. I can't wait for you to come visit my room. I mean, me. I can't wait for you to come visit me. Not the room. I'd be more than happy to bring you in my room, though. No, you're more than welcome to come visit my yarn. You don't have to visit me. I wouldn't want to visit me either. I'd want to visit the yarn. Okay. I ended up getting some of that Supernova, guys. I don't know if you remember that, but I was trying to get the Supernova yarn and I couldn't get it. I got 2 different colors of the Supernova before Joann's ran out of business. You see the prices on some of their yarn now that they're with Michaels? The one yarn that was $7.99 over at Joann's is on sale right now for $10.99. Let's see. Love the color of those cakes. Making some spiders and bats for a craft show. That's excellent. Trying to clean your yarn room, and your personal life sucks. So does mine. Someday hope to have my toy hauler turned into a yarn room. Yeah. You doing better is all I pray for, Sally says. Thank you so much. Working on beanies with matching scarves for my 2 great grandkids for Christmas. It's crazy. Crocheting some dish towels and dishcloth sets. Excellent. And Missy is working on a cable scarf with coffee shop yarn. Pray you lose some of the fluff. Well, cut back on drinks that have calories in them. See, I have to do all the opposites right now because of the gastroparesis. So for you, I would say cut back all the drinks that have calories in them. And instead of saying eat less, no, eat the same amount of food, but shift what you're eating. So instead of eating, a piece of chicken with a plate of pasta, have a plate of chicken over a little bit of pasta. Switch it. Less carbs, more meat. If you're used to having all kinds of sauces and dips for your things, like barbecue sauce, ketchup, stuff like that, try to use seasonings more on your food so that you need less dips. That way, less calories. Just simple tips like that. And then of course the number one is move. Get up and take a little walk here and there. If you're used to getting up and walking to the end of the driveway to check the mail once a day, then do that twice a day, and then eventually 3 times, and then go a little further. That's how I got started anyway. It's tough, it really is, but especially when you're resistant to losing the weight. Like, I had hypothyroid disease, so losing weight was very difficult, and I was bedridden, and I was well over 200 pounds, and it's tough because the more you weigh, the harder it is to move, and the more you move, the more it hurts, and who wants to hurt? But the thing that you don't realize is the more you move, the more it hurts right now, the less it hurts later. So the goal is to move. Let's see. You first, then the yarn. Yes. I find that walking is fantastic fluff buster. Start small and increase every week. Yep. For a short time, I went through a phase of eating scrambled eggs for breakfast and lunch. A good meal for supper, lost almost 100 pounds. Yeah, I mean, it's as easy as have protein. Like, it sounds nuts, but have protein. You can't overeat protein unless you're eating, a pile of fried chicken. But if you're baking your food and cooking your food like normal people cook food, put it in the oven, saute it on the stove, make your mashed potatoes, get your vegetable. You know what I mean? If you're making normal type of meals like we all grew up making, and you know how to cook, then make your meals. Don't order out. Stay away from bread. Stay away from as much pasta as you can. Stay away from the cereals and the bagels and the anything that's breading, tortillas, and like my cousin, she is very small, height wise, but she's very close to 400 pounds. And she came to me asking, what can she do? What can she do? Ready to get this surgery. And I'm like, okay, so if that's what you want to do, that's what you're getting ready to sign up for, then why don't you try the diet that you have to do before you get the surgery done to see if you can even do it before they go cutting you open. And she says, okay. So I walked her through it and what she had to do. And at 400 pounds, she lost 80 pounds in her first year. That's a lot of weight without having surgery done and without exercise. That's just food. She didn't stop eating. She didn't, she did her 30-day, I guess milk diet is what the Europeans would call it. But over here, it's just basically you go on all liquid protein. All liquid protein. You're drinking shakes and water, shakes and water, shakes and water for 30 days. And that's what you do to get ready for this surgery. No food. And so she did it. And she started dropping weight instantly. She started tasting her food again. She could taste the flavors in it again. She, and it did what it needed to do. It shrunk her actual stomach, the organ stomach, not her stomach. But she shrunk her stomach small enough to where she didn't need such a large portion in one sitting. And then on top of that, when it came back to, it's time to start eating again after the 30 days was up. Now, if she had had the surgery, she would have done 30 days of not eating, had the surgery, and then did 30 more days of not eating. It would have been all protein. So she just did the first 30 days. Her tummy shrunk down, so she wouldn't be eating as big of portions, which is perfect. And then I slowly reintroduced the foods back into her diet so that she wouldn't get sick, starting off with things like applesauce, and then eventually cottage cheese and eggs and soft cooked chicken, light.
Which turned out to be super sweet. Like all fruits are super sweet.
Oh yeah, all fruit. Moses had no idea that watermelon had a flavor. Yeah, he thought it was actually water named after a melon, because it tasted so bland. And I'm like, it's so sweet. And he's like, no, it's not, watermelon's gross. I'm like, you're nuts. So now when I have, like, I'm a taste this for me kind of person. I like watching people eat. It's weird. So I introduced him to things like watermelon and apples and grapes.
Yeah, you had me taste what was it last?
What, the pineapples just recently, or the mango, or was it the dragon fruit?
No, it wasn't a fruit. It was a horrible. I still don't like them. It's olives. Olives.
Oh, olives.
My gosh, olives are gross.
Yes.
I don't like olives.
So I had him taste the difference between fresh and jarred olives. Love, what's the verdict? They're both disgusting, but could you tell the difference between the two?
But the fresh garlic is more tolerable.
Fresh olives are more tolerable. Okay, cool. Let's see. Going to spend Christmas in Omaha. Excellent. With my daughter Stephanie and her family. Eggs are excellent source of protein. Very good for you. It's great game, Joe. Love to cook. Don't cook. Can cook. Just don't. Would love to love more. But my back says sit your ass down. Ain't nothing easy about losing weight, at least for me. I was that way too, Missy. Unable to do much exercise because of my back. Hello all. Creative girly, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're stopping in. I am my name's Marie. This is my yarn room and I'm in the midst of cleaning it. It is a disaster. I just came back from trucking. I was a truck driver and I went over the road with my husband. We both trucked together and my health started going downhill and then depression set in big time. So I'm home and we're trying to work through the depression part of it. And you know, the health part of it is I have gastroparesis and it's a struggle for me to do things like eat and drink. And right now I'm struggling to keep weight on, which is making me more depressed. I love food, so I'm cleaning the yarn room. That's what we're doing today. We're gonna clean this mess because it's a mess, big time. But welcome in. Oh yeah, and I live with chronic pain too. This is my husband. And if you hear the voice there, that's my husband on the road. He's on the phone over here, and yeah, I do have chronic pain as well. That's why you see me keep doing this. I've had chronic pain for over 20 years. I've been bedridden. And we were just talking about losing weight because you know, I know how hard it is. I had hypothyroidism and everything, and I lost almost 100. Well, I did lose 100 pounds at one point, and I put some weight back on, but I'm slowly creeping back down, which I'm trying not to. But yeah, the chronic pain is because I'm injured by doctors, basically. Big Pharma wants to sell us things to put inside of our bodies, and they put it inside of my body, and it damaged me. It was supposed to help me, and it didn't. It actually did the exact opposite, and within 6 months I knew something was desperately wrong with me, and nobody would listen because it was in my head. Let's see. Put a stool in the kitchen in case you need to sit. Found that since I've lost some weight, I don't need the stool. That's excellent. Creative girly, all cool. I love to watch trucking shows. It's not good. Hi, Gammy Joe. Hello, husband. Creative girly says hello, love. It's hard to lose weight. I agree with you. Yeah, it is. And I'm going to tell you something that helped me lose weight, and you're all going to think that I'm nuts. Ready? I started smoking pot. That's how I started losing weight. With chronic pain, the meds that the doctors gave me left me in my bed. I couldn't get out of bed. I was too dopey, you know, Valium and Percocets and stuff like that. And, you know, and then there was also all the other drugs that they were giving me, Tramadol and, you know, gabapentin and Xanax and, you know, take this pill, take this pill, take this pill. Oh, now you got thyroid disease, you know, take this next pill. And then you got diabetes, take another pill. And, you know, one pill after another. And, you know, I was quite large and quite in bed. Could not get out of bed. The pain was intense. None of those pills helped any of my symptoms, none of the pain. And so I did my research on medical marijuana, and I got in the program in New Jersey back in 2016. And it was like, in the very beginning, I was literally face down in bed because I would take half a hit and it would be too much, and I was asleep within a few minutes. Hilarious days. And I'd take a half an hour nap, but you know, it didn't matter because I was in bed anyway, so what's the difference, you know? And then as I got used to it and the high wasn't so intense anymore, that half a hit ended up being pain relief. And I would find myself standing in my kitchen cooking dinner or cleaning up a mess or, you know, walking around. And then eventually I caught myself not using my cane anymore, you know? And it was like, holy crap, I forgot to grab the cane. I almost have a heart attack. Like, what am I going to do if I fall? And I'm like, but I got out here. I didn't fall getting out here, you know? So it was.
Literally help you forget about the pain long enough so that you can help heal yourself.
Yeah, it literally helped me forget the pain long enough to let me heal myself, is what he said. I'm not sure if you all heard that, but
Plus, the face planting and sleeping helps because you only heal in your sleep. It's hilarious, but I think it needed to be done.
all right. Yeah, Missy, like, definitely give it a try. Like, I have allergies to almost everything, and then I have adverse effects to everything else. So these doctors are giving me these pills that I'm having all these side effects from, you know. Whereas cannabis, my only side effect is I got tired and I ate. I'm sorry, but that's not bad. So, yeah, then eventually it got me moving, and it got me moving more, which got me stronger, which let me move more, which got me stronger, which let me move more. And, you know, now that I'm not on the road anymore, I'm not a CDL holder. There's no reason why I can't have my medicine again. So, hey, I love my green. And, you know, of course, this is my non-smoking area. This is a no animal, no smoke, no nothing zone. That all takes place at the other end of the house. You know, this is my yarn. I have to take care of the yarn. But, yeah, so I am back to being my husband's green girl, as he likes to call me. And it has helped me with already getting my mental under better control. Oh, I got a spider cricket in here. That fell. Hey, spider cricket, you're not supposed to be in here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Oh, I don't want to step on you. Where'd you go? Alright, I don't know where he went. I have a little spider cricket in here. But yeah, so things you guys don't know. You ready? When I first started recording, I was so petrified that I'd have to smoke 2-3 times in a row just to come in here to push the record button and have Moses on the other side of the camera so that I didn't feel like a crazy lady in here talking to myself. You know, it's just me and that camera there. It's just me and the camera. Feel a little loopy? So yeah, I would have to smoke just to come in here and take care of starting a YouTube channel. So let's see, what do we got here? I see nothing wrong with smoking pot. Went cold turkey off all prescriptions back in March. Good for you. It's been proven to help so many people with so many illnesses. Team smoke joint or rest the gummy. That's great. You're not crazy at all. You do what you feel is right.
And still be too much for people. Don't
What'd
get it twisted, you know.
What'd you say, love? I didn't hear him.
I said dosage matters. It can still be too much for people. Like psychosis can kick in, and you know, people need a whole gummy.
Yes. Yes. So what he's saying, if you can't hear him, is cannabis overdoses. They are so-called real things. I know a lot of people deny that you can't overdose off of cannabis. You can't kill yourself really overdosing off of cannabis unless you're a dog. They get hypothermia and die. Don't let your dogs eat cannabis, and if you do, make sure you give them a very, very small amount. You dose them too heavy their first time and they will get sick and they can die. They go hypothermic. But as far as like overdosing for people, an overdose, we call it a greening out. You know, like you smoke so much today, tomorrow you wake up with a little bit of a headache. I've never experienced that myself, but I know other people who have. My overdose experience is quite hilariously scary, funny, but not. um, I was at my cousin's house and I didn't understand dosing and tolerance. I was a beginner. I didn't know edibles are stronger than smoking. And I definitely didn't know that if you eat it, you're not in for a 45-minute session, you're in for a long ride. So, with those things said, let's move on to the fun story. We're over his house, we're having wings, and they're cannabis infused wings. And at the time, I'm a big girl. Big girls eat. So, I ate like a dozen wings, maybe more. And then I kept picking at them as the night continued. I was munching, munch, 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 munch. So I'm infusing myself with more and more cannabis as we go. And fat helps cannabis process in the liver when you're eating it. It helps the blood-brain barrier so that you actually get the high and the medication and stuff like that. So I'm eating fried chicken. It's fatty. And cannabis. It's fatty cannabis. I'm getting wrecked. Had a great time. Me and Moses, we spent the night. We go upstairs. They had a third floor and they had a nice room up there with a bath and everything. So we go up there and go to bed. I don't know what time it was, but I woke up in the morning. And when I got up, I couldn't see. The whole entire room, everything. I couldn't see this far in front of my face. I'll turn sideways so you can see it. This far in front of my face. Everything was white. Stark white. Everything. I could not see. So I made my way to the bathroom because I had to use the bathroom. I woke up Moses. I gotta go to the bathroom. I can't see. I don't know what to do. I feel sick. He gets me into the bathroom. I use the bathroom. I turn around and I puke. Puke number one. Now, the way that I tell it is the way that I experienced it. The way that it happened took a lot longer. So I threw up, and then from what I remember, he got ready, started bringing me down the steps. Now, as I said, it was 3 stories. Each story has a bathroom. So I just get done throwing up. I make it down a flight of steps, and I have to pause. I can't see. Everything's dizzy, and I need to throw up again. So I throw up. I sit there at the toilet for what I thought was maybe 5 to 15 minutes, and dozing off and on, and puking off and on. Then I move down to the first floor, and I do it again. I have to make it to the bathroom, and I throw up. And then he gets me to the car, and we get to the hospital, and they tell me it's a cannabis overdose. And I'm still throwing up. They give me anti-nauseous. Basically, I have to wait it out. So, yes, you can overdose, but had that been any other drug, I would be dead. Quite literally. Cannabis, while you can overdose from it, it is way safer than some of the crap that those doctors had me on. So, that's my fun cannabis overdose story. And do you have one? Let me see what you guys are talking about. Yep, let's see. That's great. Okay, so I seen that one. Go green, nothing wrong with that.
Horrible night. Oh, you were shaking and shuddering. So crazy.
Yeah, it apparently took hours. That took hours. What I thought was 5 to 15 minutes took hours for him to get me out of the house while I was puking. So that's the end of the story. It did take hours. He said it was very creepy, but my memory, I only remember it being a couple minutes. Like the whole process from the top floor to the bottom floor and into the car in my brain took about 30 minutes. He said it took hours. I was falling asleep, at the toilet every time I puke. I doze off. I thought I was asleep for a couple seconds, but, what do I know? He experienced it, really, not me. Let's see. I think that's why Willie is 92 and still performing. That's right. I have thought about it because I hate taking morphine every day just to get out of bed. All right, Diana, I was on Dilaudid, not morphine. Dilaudid. They say that's like 10 times stronger than morphine. I'm allergic to morphine, so I don't know. I had morphine once. It didn't do anything for me, and then I ended up with a rash. So, Dilaudid though, like I was getting like 2 milligrams of Dilaudid plus 15 milligrams of Toradol plus, Valium plus um, um, gabapentin plus Mirapex plus Maxalt plus like everything. You got a headache, here's a pill. You got migraines, here's a different pill. You think one's coming on, here's another pill. You know, take this one every day. Take this one when you feel it. Take this one if you felt it and it came on anyway. Take this one. So no. Let's see. Burning the midnight oil. Smoke a joint or eat a gummy. I'm all for it. Me too. I like the pills too. Diane Major, hello. How are you? Karen Doge. Let's see. Diane D. Hi, Danny Joe. Interesting combo. Yes, Diane. We are talking basically everything. What do you want to talk about? Got any questions? Edibles take a while to kick in. By the time they hit you, you forgot you ate them. I remember that being a problem. And what's funny is that I would love for that to be a problem again. My tolerance is so high that I can eat like 3,000 milligrams of THC and there's like no high. I'm very functioning. Like I started this video in here and I had just smoked 4 bowls before I came in here. And it's just not weed, it's weed with keef and dabs and more weed on top of it. So smoke 4 before I come in here to spend some time with you guys. And as you see, I'm not like, oh hey dude, like it's my medicine that I use, that I function the highest with. I am very handy capable on cannabis. On all the other stuff that they give you, or that they was giving me, it put me in bed. It made me very handicapped. It stopped me from being able to live. So, and if the doctor's medicines work for you, I'm not telling you don't take it. If it works for you and you don't have all the side effects like I did, and it's doing what you need for it to do, then take the medicine. But in my case, just for me, it's just not worth it. I was on all that stuff for too long. Let's see. Oh, we got more. Okay. Won't kill you. You have to sleep it off. That's right.
Well, you're a redhead, so you metabolize stuff differently.
Yeah, and if
doesn't affect you properly.
Right. If you're a redhead, you metabolize. They've found that it's true. You metabolize different medications differently. Love, can you? There, thank you. So I wake up from anesthesia during surgery.
That's why you wake up in the middle of surgery.
Yeah. Let me see what else. I go to the hospital like I did today. They give me pain meds, and they think I'm crazy when I tell them my dose, and they try me with half of it anyway. I'm like, I need 2 milligrams of Dilaudid and 15 milligrams of Toradol. I'm a chronic pain patient. I know what my doses are. You can't send me to the emergency room and expect me to be happy off of a half a milligram of Dilaudid when 2 milligrams is what it takes to take the edge off. The doctor tonight treated me like a drug-seeking person, and he gave me 1 milligram of Dilaudid, didn't even plan on giving me any Toradol. And when I asked the nurse what she's giving me, she said 1 milligram of Dilaudid. I said, could you please go get the doctor for me after you're finished with that? And she said, okay. And so he came over, and I said to him literally, like, before this one wears off, this is only 1 milligram, could I please have a 2nd milligram of Dilaudid and a dose of Toradol? because this will not do anything. You might as well give me Tylenol. And he just looked at me like, right, Tylenol? Like, seriously, this is dilaudid.
It goes like not just because, but we live this life because
Love. I'm
You
sorry.
know, we live this life
Love.
because somebody left you inside the. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
sorry about that.
You've got, it's not that I need you to stop talking. It's that I need you to mute me when you're talking. You gotta pause it or something. I can't hear you because I hear me too in there. You're just talking over the speaker. So I need you to do the pause before you unmute.
I needed that side. I'm gonna say what I was going to say.
Okay.
But point is, doctors made you as they put you in the position that you're in because somebody wanted to sell a product, you know, and it pretty much took your life away.
Yeah.
And now when you are forced to go to the doctor, just in the emergency room, they make you feel like you are what, not a productive member of society, like you're just faking it, like all your history doesn't make a difference, you know, like I hate it. I know you hate it, and you're living with the pain, so that's all.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how many of you were able to hear all that, but basically I'm in this predicament because of a doctor. You know, I wouldn't need pain relief if a doctor didn't trick me when I was in my early 20s into getting a medical device implanted into my body when they could have just used my own material, my own fascia, you know. Excuse me. And because he tricked me, the mesh eroded through my nerves, my bones, my muscles, my organs, and it caused permanent damage. You know, there's just no nice way around it. It's permanent damage. And so I struggle sometimes with things like standing. And it's not that I'm struggling with the standing portion itself, it's that when I stand, I get a pain that goes from the inside of my thigh down to the bottom of my foot, and it wraps underneath this foot. And so you'll notice that I do this often. I'm standing on my left leg because my right leg can't take the pain. Some of the other stuff, you know, like I don't really sit. I hardly ever sit. Sitting is excruciating. I know I was just a truck driver, but I can tell you there have been, you never seen me drive because there's many days where getting behind the wheel would cause me so much pain that I just sit there and cry while I'm driving, you know. Moses, he's asleep, so how's he supposed to know? And you know, I don't want to tell him because I don't want him to feel bad. I'm out there trying to help, you know. So
Yeah, you are doing things too by the book. I had to do most of the driving to get shots in your back in order to even be able to sit.
yeah, I had to do the injections.
But,
I do, yeah.
Just you found out that they help a bit.
I do get the injections to help so that I can sit, but you know, it's just like there's just so much. It's just so much. It's just, you know, yeah, I wouldn't have to live any of it had I not been tricked into getting that put in my body to begin with. Let's see. Oh, a smiley lady. Good night, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping by. Sherry says hello, love. Went to a doctor appointment with my aunt. She had her doctor come in, see me in the waiting room. He told her I was being poisoned by narcotics. Had pump removed and stopped seeing that doctor. Gave me 5 oxycodone, 5 milligrams after my recent surgery, and a prescription for Narcan. Gonna head to bed. Good night, Karen. Thank you for stopping in. Mine is the opposite, Marie. Standing is the biggest trigger for my back. My recliner is my safe space. I understand. Yeah, they do give Narcan to all the pain patients. I get Narcan, you know, like I had prescriptions for Percocets, and they give me the thing for Narcan, and I'm like, yeah, right, you know, like I'm not snorting these things, but okay. So that's just, I think, protocol nowadays. Um, okay, so this shelf is almost completely empty. I got a couple more things to take off. Now, I love this yarn. I want to make something out of this so bad. I don't even know what I want to make, but I am going to make something with it. Just not sure when and what. I have this, we didn't put the shelves in correctly. So there's like, they don't come all the way to the wall. So things fall down into there. Okay. I gotta figure something out for that corner. I do. All right, so I guess what I'll do is I'll start out by putting some of these ones up there. I've been crocheting again. I've been working on a baby blanket for my daughter's stepsister from my ex-husband's marriage with his wife, and she had a daughter going into that relationship. So that daughter is having a baby, and so I had my daughters come in here and pick out the yarn so I can make a blanket for her. Let's see. I know the feeling of being looked at like a druggie. I'm allergic to Percocet, and whenever I tell a doctor that, they look at me like, yeah, drug seeker. I'm like, no, anaphylaxis, dude. Right? That's how I am with Vicodin. No Vicodin for me. You know, like Vicodin makes me vomit. I don't want it. Don't give it to me. Then they're like, have some morphine. No, thank you. That makes me sick too. You know, it makes me itch. It makes me sick. I don't like it. Dilaudid helps. It works. And, you know, it does what I need it to do without me, you know, getting sick or dying or anything. Yes, I am crocheting, Sally.
I always want to give you the opposite of what you say works for you.
Yeah, and then that is the other thing. They do want to give me the opposite of what I say works, which is, you know.
I'm sure that's for everybody though. Like, you know, anybody that thinks that, like, they always want to give the opposite of whatever the person is, you know, they're saying works for them.
Right.
Just, I think it's our healthcare system, you know. I don't know. They don't seem to get it.
Yeah, either they don't get it or they don't care. So I've got this shelf pretty much cleared off, and in the process I've pretty much worn myself out. So I think what I'm gonna do is get these last pieces off of here and let you guys go, because now I need a nap. So let me see this right there. Put that right there. So thank you all for stopping in. Thank you for all your encouraging words and the love and kindness that you've been sending my way. Thank you for just kind of spending some time with me right now. I'm home, I'm bored, you know, and I got a lot to do. So there'll be plenty more of this going on as the days come. I don't know when. It all depends on, you know, my body's like, hey, you don't want to sleep. Or, you know, like, I know it's 2:00 in the afternoon, but it's time to go to bed. You know, we'll see what happens. And eventually, hopefully, the yarn room will get back to its former glory, and I can get rid of all that mess over there, because that's depressing. I don't want this room looking like that. I want it looking like it did. So thank you all. You all have a wonderful, fantastic day, night, wherever you are. Everything is moving in a positive direction for you. So, yeah, that's everything. You all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.